All right, we are live. Let's get this rolling. Welcome to another episode of Silver Lining TV, where we motivate and inspire people to create a better life through real estate. And it is me, just solo dolo today. So, what we're going to talk about is something I believe is extremely important and something you want to pay attention to, and that is supply and demand in today's market. Okay. Now, if you're not aware, I'm going to make sure you're aware now. The market is extremely tight, okay? Whether you're a seller or you're a buyer, okay? It's extremely competitive as a buyer. We all know there's a shortage of homes available to purchase. Meanwhile, with the favorable interest rates, there's been a lot of buyers that have entered the market, and it's been like this for a couple of years where just not enough homes to go around. Each home is getting 3 to 5 offers per home. There's going to a lot of sellers that are selling their property and they're finding it difficult to buy the next one. These are real issues that we're seeing. All right. But I want to go more in detail about what does the supply and demand of the housing market actually look like? And I felt the best way for me to kind of explain everything that way you can walk away from this video, from this live, fully educated and understand what I'm talking about is I have a graphic I'm going to share with you. Now, the question is, can I figure out how I'm going to share it? So bear with me. Give me a second. Let's see here. I think I got it. Boom. Okay. Actually, I'm going to arrange my, make this look a little better. Bear with me. All right. I think that's a little better now. So supply and demand in the housing market. So today's market, as you'll see right here, I'm gonna try to see if I can zoom in a little bit. Boom, there we go. So I have a view of the whole United States. And as you can see right here, demand is high. And it's high all around. It's not just Indiana. If you're currently in the market, what you're feeling right now is what all the other buyers and sellers are currently feeling, okay? As you can see right here, though, as indicated on the map, that the darker the blue is on the map, it shows that the buyer activity is strong. Okay, so we're right here, Indiana. It shows that it's stable. Okay, Illinois, strong. Ohio, strong. Kentucky, Michigan, strong. There are some areas like South Carolina, West Virginia that are very strong. And again, the buyer traffic just shows the buyer demand. Okay, the buyer demand. Okay, we're going to scroll down. Talk about seller traffic. Supply is low, not just here in Indiana, but as you can see, all across the country, it's extremely low. The lighter the blue on this map shows seller activity is weak. In other words, the amount of homes available on the market. Okay, the housing inventory. So as you can see, Indiana, we are weak, which though if it's weak, that means there are less homes available. So that goes to show, hey, listen, and you'll see a lot of states on here are actually weak. But listen, a lot of states are feeling the same pain because we are a supply demand industry. It's just the way it is, right? Now, what we want is to educate our community as much as possible. That way we could provide certainty into the market, into the community. And the more certainty we have in the community, the better decisions and clarity, the better decisions you're able to make. A lot of sellers obviously know that if they put their home on the market, they're going to sell it pretty fast and most likely for top dollar. It's not a guarantee, but it is typical in today's market. I mean, there are a lot of variables that will determine whether you get top dollar, one being the agent that you hire. Are they going to expose your home to the most amount of buyers possible to drive that demand? So on and so forth, right? But for the most part, a seller is going to, they're going to put the home on the market. It's going to sell fast, right? If the home is in decent or great condition. As a buyer, though, the reason why I make these videos is because I want to make this a win for you as well. And I want to help educate these sellers out here that when you put your home on the market, even though you now become a buyer, once you sell the home, you got to find a home that it's okay to put your home on the market, because if you put your home on the market, typically your neighbor is going to want to put their home on the market. And the more people, obviously, that we have, and obviously, you don't sell your home just to do it. But if you really are in need of a bigger house, or you want to downsize, but you're afraid that you won't find the next home, this is why I'm making this video. Is, yes, supply is low, but if you're educated and you understand that you put your home on the market, you will find the next home. It may take a little longer, but you will find that next home. Then I think more people will feel confident putting their home on the market, knowing that they're going to be okay. And that obviously helps the buyer that will be interested in your current home. It will give them confidence to know it's okay. So now, what it means, what does all this mean? Okay, because again, actually, let me go back. So buyer traffic, again, Indiana, as you can see, stable, right? Demand is high. Okay, some areas are stronger, some are very strong. I don't see, is there one that's very weak? Looks like, right, was that Vermont? I don't know, where is that? Maryland, Delaware. There are some areas of Hawaii. Just so Hawaii is weak. The seller traffic, again, to recap, weak. Some are stable, some are strong. Indiana, though, is stable. Um, Wisconsin, some of these other places are weak. And then for buyers, what it actually means is expect competition from other buyers. I've already mentioned that. As you're a buyer, you're going to be competing against other buyers because there's not enough homes available. Move fast when you find one. This is so important because the market is requiring for you to be prepared. You got to make sure you have your ducks in a row. How do you get your ducks in a row? Well, it depends on the person. It depends, it varies. But the best step possible, because I look at life as a chessboard, and it's like, well, what is the best move for me? Well, if you're a buyer, the best move for you in that scenario is to get a consultation with a professional. That way, they can break down to you, for you, what your action plan will look like to make sure you get what it is that you want. But you got to do that if you want to compete in today's market and give yourself the best shot. And then you got to submit your strongest offer up front. Okay. And that doesn't mean you got to overpay for a house. It doesn't mean that. But what it does mean is, again, you're confident in the offer you're submitting, and it is a strong one. But you're making that offer based off you being educated, based off you being confident. Okay. That doesn't always mean you're going to overpay for a home. There's been a lot of clients that we've helped this year that did not overpay for a home. They actually got the home, $10,000 under what it appraised for. Okay. But again, just keep that in mind, because I don't want that to correlate to, well, that means I got to pay more for a house. No, it doesn't mean that. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, because some of these sellers out here, you're going to be a buyer at some point. But let's talk about sellers. Be the center of attention for eager buyers. What does that mean? You got to make sure your home is ready for the market, because ultimately the market will determine the value of your home. Okay. And what I mean by that is, when you put your home on the market and it's not in market condition, then you don't get as many offers as another home that's in great condition will get. And typically, when you don't get any offers or low offers, then most likely you're not going to get top dollar, if that makes sense. All right. Moving on, enjoy the likelihood of your house selling quickly, which is that could be a bad thing. That could be a good thing. I don't know. Again, it always depends on the person. Some people don't want to sell their home that fast. They're okay with the time on the market, for whatever reason. But if you do put your home on the market in today's market, you're probably going to sell it pretty fast, meaning within a week. Okay. I do believe in our MLS, the MLS I'm a part of, the average days on market is, I want to say it's between 30 and 50 days. I apologize for not having that number accurate, if I'm off, but I know the range is in there somewhere. All right. But if your home is in, and that's, by the way, that could be homes that are like bad shape homes and great condition homes. So it's an average. Most homes that are in very good condition are selling within a week. And then prepare for a potential multiple offer scenario, which again is could be good or bad depending on who you're asking, right? It could be bad if you have an agent that um, can become overwhelmed with all the offers coming in, and they're not presenting all of them like they should, or stuff like that. For you, hopefully, it's a good thing because all you got to do is pick the best one. But you just got to make sure that you're not just looking at price, but you're also looking at the terms and conditions of that offer to determine whether it's the best one. But nonetheless, prepare for a potential multiple offer scenario. So to conclude, even with these conditions, more homes sold last year than in any year since 2006. Other people are making their goals a reality. All right. So you got to keep in mind that in 2006, there was a situation where lenders were they had the mindset to give money a loan back then. Okay. And because of that, there was a couple years after that, there was a what you call a crash. Okay. And a lot of foreclosures occurred, and a lot of people really got hurt bad financially. Fast forward to today, we are in, and also too back then it was easier to buy a home, but there was also homes to buy, right? So it was a very fast market, and the difference between then and now is, I mean, even with the whole pandemic and everything that was going on, there aren't any homes to buy. There aren't a surplus of homes. The builders can't keep up. They're trying to catch up. They can't. And because of that, and rates being low, this market, I don't think is going anywhere for a while. As a matter of fact, I could see it getting tighter. Okay. Now, I don't want to scare anyone out there, but I do want to bring the education to your doorstep and let you know, or to your computer screen and let you know that it can be done because we're helping people every single day accomplish it. But it can only happen, and it happened the way you want it to happen. Um, you got to be educated for it to happen the way you want it to happen. Okay, so that is the purpose of this. If you have any questions, any comments, because I'm gonna get off here in a minute, please leave it in the comment section. I'll be sure to address it. But the ultimate net of this conversation is, it is a supply and demand industry. If you're a seller, demand is high for your house. That doesn't mean you need to sell it just to make money. You need to sell it if the house that you currently live in does not provide the utility that you need, if that makes sense, right? But if that is if this is the market that you need to get into because you need a downsize, upsize, whatever it may be, make sure that you're watching videos like this, you're asking your agent questions, you're asking your lender questions to really get a good idea on the perfect action plan for you. Okay. You do that with a consultation. Okay. Your agent should be able to provide that for you. And then if you're a buyer, because obviously if you're a seller, you're going to be a buyer. And so all my buyers out there, especially my first time home buyers, because we love you guys. And we help a lot of first time home buyers. Like, it's so fun being able to see our first time home buyers be able to finally become lord of their land, right? So for all my first time home buyers out there, be optimistic, have faith, make sure that that you understand this. All right. I'm gonna try to set the expectation that way you're fully aware. Okay. No, there's no surprises. You gotta vet your lender and your agent because it's gonna require the best negotiators, the most aggressive agents, the ones who really have their pulse on the market. Those agents, you're gonna need one of those if you want to have find the home that you want, get the home that you want, and the process be seamless and easy. Okay, because if you have an agent, and nothing against part-time agents, nothing against agents who do this as a hobby, but this type of market, see, we got to make sure that we're putting the client first. Okay, now I'm talking to my agents out there because I am an agent and I really care for this industry. And I want to make sure that we're doing the best thing for the client. Okay. So what that means is taking it serious and making sure that we're scouring the MLS, we're making phone calls, trying to find opportunities for our clients. and we're being more proactive and not so reactive. Okay, because our clients need us to be that way if they want to have a good shot in this type of market. Otherwise, your clients are going to suffer. Then ultimately, you're going to suffer in your business. All right. So I didn't mean to get off on that tangent, but I mean, we really do care about the community and make sure people are making the best decisions for their families. Okay. I digress. So I hope this was helpful. If you want to have a copy of this, excuse me, you can reach out. You can reach out to us. Here's our phone number. You can go to slreg.com, or you can email us at moreinfo at slreg.com. More info at slreg.com. And then if you do that, just mention the Silver Lining TV with Anthwon, where he was talking about supply and demand. I want that infographic. Let me know. I'll send it over to you. Okay. All right, you guys, take care. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm gonna end it like I always do. Our goal is to help you reach yours. And until next time, take care.